This action step is banning the use of salary history. Have you ever heard this in a job interview? What was your salary at your last job? Or, what are your salary expectations? Or even, what motivates you in a benefits package? These may seem like common, harmless interview questions, but they can actually perpetuate harmful inequities. In fact, some locations, such as Washington and Colorado, have already made it illegal to ask for salary history in their hiring processes. For this action step, let's look at why you should avoid asking questions regarding salary history and what you can do instead. When an interviewer asks a question like this, what they are really saying is, "How little can we get away with paying you?" Do you see how this mindset undervalues potential employees? We know from decades of research that women and marginalized people are often underpaid and undervalued at their jobs. Furthermore, survivors of domestic violence often face financial control in abusive relationships and other economic hardships. Think about it. If someone was underpaid in a previous job and their new job uses their previous salary to inform their new salary, then they can stay in a cycle of being underpaid. For DV advocacy organizations, this matters even more. Many advocates enter the field driven by mission, not money. That makes them especially vulnerable to being underpaid across multiple jobs. This is how using salary history contributes to pay inequity. So, how can you do better by your employees? First, focus on a candidate's qualifications. Consider that a person's historical earnings do not reflect their skill, potential, or value they can bring to your organization. Evaluate candidates based on qualifications and market standards rather than previous earnings. The question should always be, what does this role require, and what experience does the candidate bring to the table? Second, you can remove salary history discussions from any point in the hiring process. Candidates often disclose salary history early in the process because they were prompted by the application form itself. So let's eliminate those prompts entirely. Go through all job application materials, hiring platforms, templates, and any automated HR systems you use. Make sure there are no questions asking about prior or desired compensation. Once you've updated your policies and materials, train your people. Make sure HR, recruiters, managers, and anyone else involved in the hiring process know not to ask these kinds of questions and why. Let's reset the conversation around pay altogether. There are several indirect ways that hiring teams might try to figure out a candidate's salary history. For example, it is common to ask about desired salary or salary expectations. These questions often force applicants to disclose what they earned before or undervalue themselves out of fear of asking too much, and so they should be avoided. Other workarounds to avoid include asking about previous or desired benefits, trying to guess a person's salary history based on previous job titles, or asking a candidate's references about any of these things. Remember, equity isn't just a policy, it's a practice. When organizations lead with pay transparency and equity-based compensation practices, they help change norms across sectors. Banning the use of salary history is just one way organizations can change the norms and make progress toward pay equity. Be sure to check out the other videos in our Pay Equity series for more no-cost action steps you can take.